require rest.
My dude is apparently wiped out. Grumbling under her breath, Anivia picks a burr from her clothes, wipes colorful alchemical goo off of her sleeve, empties acorns out of her pockets, and shakes something that looks suspiciously like confetti out of her hair. Just look at this. You left the city at the mercy of the Free Crusaders, and see what they've done? I don't know if they're manning the defenses or rehearsing a circus act. But I'm not really mad, of course. You all gave the demons such a thrashing, they probably haven't even come to yet. Erebeth would lose her mind if she could see what you've done with her beloved barracks. I'll need to be the first to see her and tell her everything. Ease her into it, you know? Prepare the ground, put things in perspective. Anivia smiles, either pleased at having banished the demons or imagining the reunion with her wife. Man, Ivy's hint is enormous, dude. Okay. It's good that you're not mad at me, Anivia. Wait, I mean, you see, that came out wrong. It didn't mean to say that I was the one who wrecked the barracks. Oh, God. Did everybody make it through all right? Dresden's still standing, kinda. Although, who knows for how long, with all those crazies loose in the place. They're as happy causing all-around mayhem as they are thrashing the demons. I'm glad to see that life has been restored to the city. Me too. You could smell it in the air, even if it feels like spring already. Some of the sentences in this game are just so weird to read. Ivu turns her head and takes a decisive sniff. What's the situation on the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all of her troops she could raise, raised the Sword of Valor, terrible idea, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking Iz even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by the demons. We don't know. And I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere, the Ivory Labyrinth, I'll bet. And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units and then closing the portal before we can get into them. We've lost more scouts than I'd care to admit before we'd figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get to one of those portals in time. You could be ready for them somehow. So when that one opens, you can get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor Herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. How do you feel after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. An entire army of demons enhanced by Nahadran crystals was being sent here. It's being led by a demon named Mustafend. Do you know anything about that? Scouts reported the movements of a large demon army far southwest of Dresden. They were marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkorian holy place there, I heard. But where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us, that's for sure. At least not yet. As you just heard, I have to catch a Rilu. Any idea where I should look for her? Not especially. She's been roaming the abyss all this time. But now that avenue's closed to her, Nocticula and the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around at the Wound? Some nasty place like Iz, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. She did say she wanted to go to Threshold. Thank you for your report. I'll be setting off without delay. Good luck, Commander. Let's do what nobody else has managed to do. Kick the demons back to the abyss through the hugest rift you can find. Oh, you know what? Just keep talking. No matter what happens out there, make sure you come back. My gut tells me that soon Dresden will be playing hosts to weird and wonderful folk from all over the world. Somebody's got to be here to meet them, and sorry, but I don't want that somebody to be me. Well, and somebody's got to show the regular Crusaders, not the Free Crusaders, what springtime's like in the World Wound. In other words, make sure you come back. She hesitates and adds sheepishly, and grab Erebeth and drag her back here, if you find her, alright? Or else Desna only knows what'll happen to her out there. Are you finished talking about boring stuff now? Thank you, Ivu. I was thinking that same thing. Let's go and talk to our friends on the island now. We need to see if we need to see how they're doing, and ask them if somebody showed up there. Somebody we last saw in the abyss. And anyway, it's been a long time since Aranka gave me candy. We have to go, it's important. Oh my god, there's gonna be like 500 events. Regil looks slightly more tense than usual. Kang, I have fairly important news. I will do my best to be brief. The Hell Knight orders have not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my latest report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. The very notion that we have been cooperating with a weapon forged by Rilu Vorlesh and Nocticula has caused dissent. The orders have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignments and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts. The one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue between the orders and the Crusaders. This is a matter of importance. What kind of reaction should I expect from the Hell Knights? Any up to and including a formal declaration of war, which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve the issue before it devolves into open conflict. How could you even think that reporting this to the orders would be a good idea? Do you really think I could withhold this information from my superiors? Do not denigrate me or yourself with such a ridiculous suggestion. Alright, I'll head over. Excellent. This is all I had to report, so I will return to my duties. Oh, it's a Richelieu. Okay, never mind. Kang. Her voice is barely audible whisper. In my dream, a fire destroyed almost anything. Almost everything. The only thing that survived was a table. I've returned to my dreams so many times. The nightmare still lurks there, but I want to understand why the table is so important. Why did it survive the fire? I can't figure out what makes it so special. It looks like a simple piece of furniture. It just stands there. What is it supposed to mean? What am I doing wrong? Yeah, a lawful evil group working with chaotic good. What could go wrong? I know, right? Where did the table come from? Where did it come from? Oh, I remember now. There was a loaf of bread on the table. That was a Nevia's dream, remember? She said she wanted to learn how to bake. The bread went up in flames along with all of the other fragments of her dream, but the table remained. Would you like to enter your dream again? I don't think that'll help. We've already been there together, and no, there must be something else. I must look at it from a different side. But how would you find the other side of a dream? Perhaps Desna can help us solve this riddle? But she was the one who asked me to solve it. I don't think she's going to tell me the answer. I must find it myself, but how? If the table came from Anevia's dream, perhaps you should talk to her? I've been living among mortals for a while now, but there's still much I don't understand about your kind. How you live, what you dream about. You're right, we should ask Anevia. It's part of her dream, after all. That is a good idea, but could you please talk to her instead? I don't even know how to begin a conversation like this. It's so personal. Please ask her and I will stay nearby. Oh my god. Leoder, what's up, dude? Commander, I am sincerely gladdened by your return and was delighted to hear Jesus. Seeing this room from this angle fucks my brain. I was delighted by your return and I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It is a shame that my duty has kept me away from the front line. I would like to take up a place in the ranks of your Crusaders, and perhaps I will still have the chance to do so. But before that happens, we must address another issue. I suppose you have already guessed what brought me here? Nope. We parted ways after the discovery we made at the Count Orende's estate. Oh wait, this is Darian's side mission. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit for an unknown entity, which I call the Other. I retreated to Nerosian and then went beyond Mendev's borders looking for mentions of such entities and ways to fight them. And now that my search has borne fruit, I'm ready to tell you about it. Alright, so what have you learned? I must be honest, I still don't know what it is, so you haven't learned a whole lot. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents, individuals who, in a horrible moment of their life, became a gateway for an unknown entity. The most curious part is that in all of these cases appear almost sequentially. They happen in various corners of Galarian, but no two incidents ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one who has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateways on occasion. While I do not know what this entity is, I managed to find something of great value. A Varetian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory, and her head was never found. Don't look in my backpack. But her notes survived, including the description of the ritual. I have discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic, and I am inclined to consider this as a reliable weapon. We can use the ritual to lure the entity out, bind it, and probably exterminate it, but to do that, I'll need your assistance. Alright, what do we need to do? We must carefully prepare the ritual and then bring Count Orende to the designated location. The ritual will lure out the other and weaken its connection with the Count, and bind its essence to our world like an anchor. The last part is especially important. All the evidence indicates that while the gateway is active, the other can travel freely between the material plane and some other unknown space that lies beyond. If we fail to bind the other with the ritual, it will escape, or in the worst case scenario, drag us into its realm. Hence, we must lure it out and then, I suppose, defeat it. The random heads, yes. There is one more issue. Aside from the fact that we'll have to fight this incredibly powerful and horrifying creature, the other's suspicion must not be aroused until the very last moment, and that means the Count must know nothing as well. The best course of action would be to take the Count to the designated location without telling him the reason for the journey. Then we must frighten him and make it appear that his life is in danger. The other will believe that its gateway is in peril, and then, I hope, it will show up to protect it. The ritual circle will work as a trap, but it's crucial, and I stress this, that we convince the entity that we know nothing of its existence and that Darren, who is in danger, not the entity itself. Otherwise, there is no knowing what may happen, and I don't want to give the adversary any chance to outmaneuver us. How dangerous is it? Oop, that's F3, not 3. It is extremely dangerous, which is why I have come to you with this. All the evidence I've collected on the other, in particular the list of victims, which include powerful demons and strong mortal mages, make me certain that we are dealing with something extraordinary here. It is stronger and more dangerous than Baelor's and other generals of the Abyss. I also suspect that the Oracle's powers the Count has developed from the other, as a rule, only gods, imperial lords, and other extremely powerful beings are capable of granting such abilities. I know no one, except for you, who could challenge such an entity, so I'm asking your help for the safety of all who dwell on Galarian. However, I believe that we can shore up our strategic position. If the other doesn't suspect, we'll prepare a trap until the very last moment. Even the most dangerous of creatures becomes more vulnerable when caught off guard. The main thing we must do is take a methodical approach and stay alert. I think that is within our abilities. Are you sure the other will be hostile towards us? In all this time, it has never tried to attack me. I am certain that this entity is dark and truly evil. The evidence and my instincts as an Inquisitor are undeniable, whereas the other manifests itself, strange and ominous things begin to happen. In particular, I am positive that it is responsible for all of the magically decapitated corpses. Yo, let's go! The ones that were found at Heaven's Edge and the tragedy in the Canabras after Discari attack. In both places, some of the corpses belonged to civilians and others to demons, and in Canabras, some of the victims were cultists. I'm convinced that the other is pursuing some interest of its own, and thus far it has ruthlessly exterminated... Oh, and thus far, sorry. Fucking words, man, English. And thus far, it has ruthlessly exterminated any who have learned of its existence, and now you and I know that it exists. Draw your own conclusions. If Darien is the gateway, can't we just slam the gateway shut and leave the other on the other side? We can by killing the Count. But firstly, I am not sure that the other won't try to protect its gateway, and in that case, we would have to face it unprepared. And secondly, I'm opposed to the idea in principle. Sometimes Inquisitors must make hard decisions. I have made a great many in my lifetime. For instance, I can kill a person possessed by demons if he or she is at imminent risk of taking many lives, and I have no time to perform an exorcism. But in this instance, the situation is not so critical. We have a way of fighting the other, and I will not agree to commit cold-blooded murder, not even the murder of someone as disgraceful as Count Orende. Uh, why do you think the other will appear to protect Darren? I've never known how to pronounce his fucking name. They've only said it like 3 times in the whole game. The Count has been in danger many times before, and nothing ever has happened. You have a special connection with your companions, Commander. You shared part of your mythic powers with them. They journeyed through the abyss with you and survived to tell the tale. I believe the other understands this. It also must understand how dangerous it would be if you were to become not a benefactor, but an enemy to its gateway. I'm certain that it will react to a threat coming from you, as opposed to ordinary encounters with demons and cultists. Alright, I'll try. Thank you. Now let's go over the entire operation once more. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you. I know you've done this in other games where the person just rambles on for like 30 minutes and you're like, I get it already.
Yeah, I play a lot of JRPGs. Sometimes you just want them to shut up so I just hurry up and like, let me go.
It's like, I figured out what's going on, so you don't have to ramble for 20 minutes. I'm convinced that we must lure out the other somewhere far from Dresden and other populated areas to avoid civilian casualties. I've chosen a suitable location within the World Wound. I'll mark it on your map. You must bring the Count there without alerting him to what is about to happen. I assume that another foray into the World Wound will hardly raise his suspicions. I will await you there with the ritual circle prepared. Before you reach the crucial moment, you must make the Count and the other believe that the Count is in danger. I suppose the easiest way to do that would be to tell him that you have made a deal with the Mendev Inquisition and that the Count will have to face punishment for his crimes, real or imaginary. I'll find a way to intimidate him, but you must play along. We need to provoke the other to come out to protect its gateway. That way we can finish it off once and for all. This case will be my greatest triumph and my greatest failure, but I firmly believe that it must be done. Remember my words. The other must be convinced that we are threatening the Count and that we know nothing of its own existence. The slightest suspicion could prove fatal for us. Until we meet again, Commander, may the gods be with us. Oh my god, it's still going. Lathamus, who the fuck are you? They're bringing people from like 100 hours ago. I don't remember these people. A pale ghostly image appears in front of you. You recognize Lathamus the Antiquarian. Do I? The scholar you helped some time ago. His translucent form flickers intermittently, and you have difficulty making out his words. Commander, it's Lathamus. I won't be able to maintain the spell for long. I've opened the door to the treasure room. Please hurry. Okay. This is the guy that was all like, help me find this treasure room. And I get there and he's like, it's locked. I'll unlock it. Don't worry about me. I don't sound suspicious at all. And then he said he'd call me when he was ready. So I guess he did. Did you manage to open the door? Yes, I won't enter without you, waiting on your help. I'm on my way. I'll be waiting. Please hurry. People asked me why during Act 3 I got so annoyed at having to come back to town every like 2 days to talk to somebody. It's because I didn't want to do it like this, where I came back to town after a month and there were 100 people waiting to talk to me. Commander, you look up and see Melissa, the green-eyed fisherwoman of the village Chili Creek. Her hair is a mess, and her face and clothes are covered in soot. It looks as though she traveled here in a hurry and met with a few dangers along the way. Is this the village where the one dude went and tried to, like, fit in? I forget his name, too. Help, please help me. He's gone crazy. He will kill him. What happened? You remember Jurna? Yes. Okay, so this is the place I thought it was. The cleric who came to our village a year ago. The locals weren't very welcoming to him back then. After all, he was a stranger who was preaching about a strange new god. But little by little, he became one of us. He went fishing alongside us, and he told people stories about the crusade. He told us about meeting you, about seeing the queen, the songs he used to sing, and then just made you want to stop and listen. Well, eventually, we became very close. We started to plan a wedding. My brother didn't seem to mind at first, but after we got married, well, that's when he lost it. He became violent. He threatened to hurt us, and I tried to talk to him, but we even thought about leaving the village, but when my brother found out, he lost his mind completely. Pog, Stupid.
Ugh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Sometimes you laugh at that. Well, there you go. Markle is very strong, and no one else in the village dares to challenge him. It was a miracle that I managed to escape, but my husband is still there. He didn't make it out of the village. I don't know what happened to him. Please help us. What caused this change in Markle's behavior? He really honors the village traditions. We've been worshipping the river for many generations. He was not keen on having the cleric of a foreign god in the village, but he was willing to tolerate Jurna's presence for a while. However, my relationship with him really disappointed Markle, especially when he discovered that I had began to worship Erastil too. How'd you get here? The Swarm Mythic Path? That sounds brutal. I don't even know what that is. By some miracle, I guess, everything is on fire out there, and all those monsters. But never mind me. I managed to survive. I made it here in one piece. But I'm in serious trouble, and I have no one else I can turn to for aid. Please help me. You're my only hope. If only my name was Obi-Wan. Alright, I'll help. Thank you. I'll be heading back to the village. I'll do my best to keep him from flying into a rage. But please hurry. I'm afraid he might do something terrible. Oh, thank God. Ugh. Save. So I don't have to do all that crap again. Why is my strength down? Oh, I'm fatigued. Duh. Yeah, okay. Gallifrey's farewell letter. I don't know where you are now. Are you even still alive? I don't know what to do, but I am queen and I must act accordingly. I don't know why I'm even writing this letter. You are unlikely to ever read it. Forgive me. I really don't want to forgive her, but damn it, me being nice and shit. Alright, let's see what we can do for these people. Oh, that's so much of a better layout. Dwarven War Axe, okay. What's up, Matthew? Let's go evocation. Be nice so that if she casts evocation magic, that she also gets the bonuses. Ouch. My foot. Okay. Wait, who is this? Oh, Ember. I don't know anything about shadow magic. Wait, this is... God, I hate that I don't remember who I'm clicking on. Ulbrig. Yes, please, more toughness. More hit points. It's part of her mythic options. Oh! I've kind of avoided magic users. Not because, like, boo magic, but boo magic. That's true. Let's give her toughness, because she's my tank. I always find it funny that I try to avoid magic users at all costs, and then when I play D&D in real life, I'm always a magic user. Mythic dodge. Improved initiative. Wait, hold on. Does Arushale have improved initiative? She probably doesn't have the regular improved initiative feat. No, she doesn't. Well, we're not in the Abyss anymore, so that's less important. Your critical multiplier with your chosen weapon is increased by 1. She crits all the fucking time, dude. To be honest, so does he. Yeah, there's certain feats that are like borderline required for certain classes. Like your healers have to have the one where healing spells don't heal enemies. Fucking AoE healing spells doesn't heal enemies. I'm like, wow. Who could have guessed that that was important? Selective channeling, yeah. I don't play Pathfinder in real life. I only play D&D in real life, so there's a lot of like terminology that is different enough that it's confusing, and then there's a lot of things that are just like it's the opposite of what it is in D&D, or in D&D this isn't a problem, but in this game you're fucking dead. Yeah. Sure. But I mean, it's been forever since I played 3.5. I played 3.5 in high school, but like, I'm 40. I haven't played 3.5 in a long time. Yeah, second edition, there is a lot of similarity, but like, the one that screwed me over the most when I was playing Kingmaker was fear. Fear in Pathfinder is like 10 times worse than it is in D&D. In D&D, it's just like, you can't move towards that target. You can't move towards that enemy. And if you attack that enemy directly, you attack at disadvantage. And in this game, it's like you lose all control of your character and you have to run in random directions for your entire movement speed. And I'm just like, fuck. Alright, let's manage crusade affairs. Let's take a look at this. Leoder wants to talk. I already talked to Leoder. Oh my god. Wow, it still did the fucking Chill Wars thing. I forgot I did this at the end before I went to the Abyss. Nobody even uses a light shield in my group. No. The only person I can think of that uses a shield uses a heavy shield. And that's Sela. Well, who cares then? I'm just gonna sell it. It's why pre-buffing is almost mandatory. I refuse to pre-buff. I've only done it like when I'm walking into an obvious boss fight. But other than that, and usually it's just like I cast Bless and then go in. A strange disease is afflicting the soldiers. Mouths grow on the victim's skin and whispering various secrets related to the events happening in the army. The healers claim that with each secret, the health of the victim deteriorates. What the fuck? Order the healers to save everyone. All generals gain 1 level and reduction of losses. That's pretty good. Kill the sick to prevent the secrets from spreading. Holy shit. No, the other one. Alright, the epidemics were stopped. Okay, cool. Rank up. War or diplomat? What are my stats? Hey! Let's go! Everything's maxed out. Jesus Christ, look at the experience. I guess let's go military because it's the closest to failing. Even though it's way ahead. So do that. Actually, we can do both, can't we? Fuck it, let's do both. Crusader morale is increased by 5 to 10. What is my morale? Should be max, right? It's max. Relics. I can't do a relic. Inspired priests will leave the service and travel across Avestan to preach the commander's word. They will recruitment growth for trainable routes increases by 7%. 3 Yama Azadas. Are my armies gone, by the way? Do I just not have armies anymore? Did she take my armies? That bitch. I bet you she did. Bet that hoe took my shit. Yes, she did take my armies. Fuck! I had such a good goddamn army built up. It was like level 10 already. God damn it. Well, I have Yarda, Yama, whatever the fuck. Whatever the hell her name is. Yeah, we're getting 3 more. Okay, that's fine. Fuck. Just ruined my goddamn army. I have to start over. Dude, I had over 1,000 fucking shield bearers. I had 1,000 shield bearers. I had like 900 archers. Yeah, I had over 1,000 of these dudes. Fuck. All right, what do I want? Give me infinite searches. Let me see what I've got. I also had like 700 or 800 of these dudes. I need ranged. 82 hit points on rangers. Aren't there... They don't hit as hard. And these auto-train. Gimme. I don't know what you do. Speed 6. I'm guessing you're melee? Oh. I need a general. Bro, she left my generals! Okay, sick. Wait, 2... I have to wait 3 days for this general to become available. Shit. Alright, well, fuck it. I'm really hard chaotic good. Like, hard chaotic good. When I see her again, she's gonna see the chaotic side. That's for sure. Oh! Fuck it. Yes, thank you. Do I remember when I asked you about your dream, you said you wanted to learn how to bake bread? Could you tell me more about that? Instantly. Is this about a Ruchelet? Uh-huh. I can see you. You could come out now. She smiles at the half-hidden succubus bashfully emerging from her hiding place. Now, isn't that better? Anyway, back to the bread. When I was just a little snot-nosed kid, my mom hid from our enemies in the Temple of Desna. Nidal, my birthplace, is a horror show. If it crumbled into the sea tomorrow, I'd throw a party, but the temple was a tiny oasis of peace and calm. Hidden away inside all that, folks in the temple knew how to laugh. They'd sing songs as they did their needlework, and in the morning they'd bake the most fragrant bread in the whole world. I could barely see over the table, but I'd stand and watch as they cooked, and as the cook mixed dough, formed it into rounds, and then put it in the oven. It was the happiest memory of my life. Well, of the crappy part of my life, until I met Beth, of course. Then when I bailed on that, I did all kinds of scummy jobs. I crawled through the marshlands, I scrambled over rooftops, waded through sewers, spied, tracked, and killed. And that memory was the one thing that kept me going. When I was sitting up to my eyeballs in gore and dragging myself through the slums with an arrow in my side, I remembered the smell of the bread, the crunch of the crust, and how it burned my little fingers. I remember how happy I was back then. Commander, have you thought about what you would do after we win? I mean, once we smashed the demons, closed the world boom, and hung up our weapons, what then? I know my war will be well and truly over in the morning. I get up, mix up a dough, and put it in the oven. I'm going to sit there and watch it rise. And then the smell of the fresh bread will wake Irbeth, and she'll come into the kitchen, and I'll break her off a steaming, fragrant piece. And that's when I'll truly know in my gut that the crusade is over, that peaceful life has begun. Well, I'd like to hang out with her. Cooking bread all the time? Fuck yeah, let's go. Arushale listens to Anivia with rapt attention. When Anivia finishes, the succubus is silent for a long time and then briskly wipes her eyes. Thank you, Anivia. Desna bless you. I think I understand now. I think I truly understand. Arushale turns to you and you see a sparkle of hope in her eyes again, something that's been missing ever since you last visited the world of her dreams. Kang, we need to go there again, to the dream world. Now I know how to solve the riddle. Please come and speak with me in private as soon as you can. Not waiting for an answer, she walks away. Desna teaches that everything we do in our waking hour begins in our dreams. I wonder what my dream helped her understand, but whatever it was, may the goddess watch over her. Bye-bye. I need to take a nap. All right. Mustafen's letter. I think I'll carry that with me. I don't want to put any of this away. I still never found where these fucking green tiles go or where the other tiles are. It's annoying. Oh my god, so much trash. Wait, what is this? Eye of Truth. A small single glass eye. Charmed by the priests of Nethys, it allows the wearer's eyes to identify illusions or magical deceptions. For 3 years it belonged to venture Captain Hylor while he hunted a demon worshipper and master of illusions called the Spinner of Nightmares. Illusions. Bloop. There we go. Give it to her. She's an illusionist magician. Alright, sort by type. What do we got for rings? Acid resist, all those resists. You know, that's not bad for her, considering she's got, like, no hit points. What equates to no hit points? Plus 4 morale on saving throws against disease, nausea, and sickened. Let's give her that. Oh, disarm attempts. Who cares? Disarm her for all I care. Let's do this one person at a time. It's easier that way. What? I've literally never used Ring of the Mad Duelist. Not once. So, might as well swap it out for something else. Disease, nauseated, and sickened. That'd be nice for her. Oh my god. All enemies in a 30-foot range are under fairy fire. All companions gain +2 insight for saving throws and skill checks. Whenever an enemy lands a crit against the wearer or a companion, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw of DC 30 or be blinded and slowed. Any healing applied to the shield bearer will heal all party members for 1d6 plus the shield bearer's level. What? Bro, fuck it. Put that shit on. Goddamn. Jesus Christ. God, I wish I could sort by type of weapon. It totally does sort that way. I just don't have a lot of weapons. And what are you wearing? Protection 4 and... I don't think I have any better medium armor than what you've got. More channeling. This dude, you're my main healer, and all you do is channel health. Take it all. She's longbow. She's not going to have a better longbow. She light? Yep. Yep, okay. Oh. Yeah. That. Mithril plate armor 8. This is medium? Medium. Dex. He doesn't use Dex for his attacks, does he? This is strength based. Oh, that'll help. So we went from 8 to 10, I think. Yeah, 8 to 10. Okay, 2 more AC. That'll make him get hit slightly less. Not a lot. Alright, next. Who we got? You. You can't wear any armor. You're good there. What do we have for daggers? Lethal Conductor. Still like his current daggers more. Is that weird? Oh, wait, no. Look at the damage. Holy shit. There's a +5 on the use magic device. That's fine. I don't care if those counteract each other. Alright. Go poke somebody with that. He doesn't use punching daggers. I don't know why they're equipped. Ember. She uses a short bow? Nope, her short bow is just as good, if not better. Armor, she doesn't wear armor. Does she have a lot of... Speaking of which, we should check Health Fire Ray, Snake Fire, Volcanic Storm, Burning Arc, Scorching Ray, Burning Hands. You probably have more fire than her. Fireball. No. I think Ember actually has more. Okay. Bloop. Put that on you. Put that on you. She has a staff. Do I have any staves? Stabs? Stalfos? Gloves? Against being disarmed. I don't care if she gets disarmed. I mean, why not? Mass Intelligence 6. We'll stick with that. What is this? Yeah, okay. Cloak resistance 2. Okay. You? I forgot you existed. What is this? Mithril chain shirt 3? Nope. That looks weird. Anybody else not wearing a shirt? Just you, bud. Put it on. You're never going to be under the effect of mage armor, but whatever. Who cares? Wear a shirt. Okay. Yep. That all looks good. He uses heavy armor, does he not? Mithril full plate plus 3. Jesus. 12 armor? Adamantine full plate plus 3. He loses dex bonus and gains nothing for that. Although adamantine gives you something else, right? 3 damage reduction. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, sick. Do I have a hooked hammer for you? I don't think I do. I think that hook hammer was one I just recently got. Nope. Okay, you, Grey Boar. I think you're good. What are you wearing here? Light armor, eternal ballad chain shirt, 8 armor. It's pretty good. I want to stick with the light for him. Because he's a rogue, obviously. I guess that's the best option for you? Wait, would this be better than your hand axe? No. Battle axe is one-handed. I don't see any other axes in there for you. Okay. And then I'm fine. Don't have to worry about me. I'm decked out. I keep myself upgraded all the time. Alright. Book. I don't have to worry about you. Nenio. Jeez. Give me a hot second. Oh my god. Mass feather step? Okay. He doesn't. He does. Okay. Ugh. That's good. That's good. 5th. Let's do another cleansed. I'll just dump into mass heal, just get it all. Okay. Save. Oh my god. No. All right.
I'm glad you were with us, Dave.
I'm sorry.
I lead. You follow.
All right. Go sell all my trash. Got way too much of this stuff. I was rarely able to sell in the Abyss.
Onwards!
Yeah. Okay. Got some natural armor 5s, ring of protection 5s. Buy both of those. Does less damage. It's all crap now. Okay.